Mahabharata 13. Discernment of the great elements. Sukha asked, "O great sage, explain to me in more detail what is spiritual energy, what is spiritual energy like, and how should it be understood?" Vyasa said, "Father, I will tell you what is said in the scriptures to be spiritual energy for man. Ask for its details. Earth, water, fire, air, and sky are considered great elements among the elements. They are like the great waves of the ocean. Just as a tortoise extends its limbs and then retracts them again, so great elements arise from and merge with those that are more subtle than itself. Therefore, this entire world of plants and animals is a complex entity. They take on their respective forms in creation and dissolution. Although there are 5 great elements in all living beings, Brahma has created them differently according to their karma." Shuka asks here, "Father, how can we find out that Brahma has created the same 5 in the body? Since the senses and qualities are not different, how can we recognize them as the actions of the great elements?" Vyasa said, "I will explain this to you as it is. Listen with one mind. Sound, and its fragments, all these are produced from the sky. Life transactions, and touch, these are all 3 of the qualities of air. Form, eye, and fire are made of 3 radiances. Taste, sense of taste, and affection, these are all the qualities of the Father. Smell, sense of smell, and the lower part of the body, these are the qualities of the earth. It has been explained how the body, which is composed of the senses, is composed of 5 elements. Touch is the quality of air, taste is the quality of taste, form is the quality of brilliance, the quality that appears from the sky is sound. Mind, intellect, nature, these 3 are from the sky. They belong to the function of the qualities. They can never transcend the qualities. Just as a tortoise stretches out its limbs and holds them in check, so the intellect creates the senses and holds them under its control. Whatever is seen from the toes up to the scalp, this intellect is doing business at the same time. The intellect is the one who is trading in the qualities of speech and the senses. The mind, which is the 6th, and the senses are the work of the intellect. If there is no intellect, where are the qualities? There are 5 senses in a human being. Those who know say that the mind is the 6th, and the intellect is the 7th, even the Kshetrajna is called the 8th. The eye is for seeing. The mind is for doubting, the intellect is for determining. The witness of these is the Kshetrajna. Rajas, Tamas, Sattva, these 3 arise from their causal nature, they are common in all beings. These should be recognized there. Among these, whatever causes happiness, appears peaceful, and appears pure should be understood as the work of the Sattva guna. But whatever object or mind appears sorrowful should be understood as the work of the Raja guna. Whatever is associated with delusion or cannot be understood as unimaginable should be understood as the work of the Tamo guna. Similarly, if excessive joy, love, bliss, equanimity, and peace of mind suddenly arise, it should be considered a function of the mode of goodness. Pride, lying, greed, attachment, carelessness, ignorance, and laziness are all functions of rajas. And if attachment, impatience, and ignorance arise suddenly, these are all functions of the mode of darkness. The increase of intellect, nature, male wisdom. Vyasa says, "The mind creates a resolution. The intellect decides. The heart knows what is pleasant. The inspiration of past karma is of 3 kinds. The intellect is the most important thing in man. When it has a change in itself, then it becomes the mind." Due to the division of the senses, the intellect is changing, as follows. When hearing, it becomes the sense of touch. When touching, it becomes the sense of touch. When seeing, it becomes the sense of sight. When tasting, it becomes the sense of taste. When smelling, it becomes the organ of smell. Thus the intellect is undergoing different changes. These changes are called the senses. The Purusha is not visible within them, the intellect appears in all the 3 states of being and takes refuge in the Purusha. as follows. Sometimes it is happy, sometimes it is sad, once again, there is neither happiness nor sorrow. Such an intellect, like the ocean that nourishes the rivers and is greater than them all, in the state of feeling, it transcends these three feelings. When it desires something, then it becomes the mind. The intellect should know that these are different positions. The ascetic should completely conquer the senses. The intellect is one with these senses, and whatever it pursues, it is one with that, and is united in that particular object without distinction. Whatever feelings there are, they are all contained in these three. Just as the levers of a cart are joined to the rail, so all feelings are joined to these three. When the senses that have taken refuge in the intellect suddenly come out of their relation to the subject, the mind shows them like a lamp. He who has realized that all this is of this nature is not deluded in this matter. He is always free from sorrow and joy. Those who are evildoers, those who have an impure heart or are lustful, cannot find this self through the senses. But when a man restrains the senses through the mind, then the self shines and appears to him as matter is seen in the light of a lamp. Just as light becomes visible to all animals after darkness has passed. Just as a bird that swims in water is free from the attachment of water, so the liberated yogi is not attached to the defects of the qualities. In the same way, a wise person, even though he experiences things, is disinterested in everything and therefore remains free from the attachment of material objects. He abandons the effects of past actions and is always absorbed in the self. Since all beings are the soul, and are not associated with the qualities, they are not affected by the qualities. The soul sometimes moves the intellect and the qualities do not know the soul, it is always knowing the qualities. It is clear and aware of the qualities as they are. The subtle knowers of the field of essence have this distinction. One conceives of the qualities and the other does not conceive of them, although both are joined together by nature, they are different. Just as a fish is different from water, just as a snail is different from a mango, even though it is joined together, just as a snail is different from a banana. Even though it is joined together, in the same way these two are different even though they are joined together. The attainment of knowledge and the characteristics and glory of the wise man. Vyasa said, "Truth creates qualities, the knower of the field is independent, indifferent to all the changing qualities, and is superior to them. Truth creates all these qualities by its very nature, just as a spider spins its thread." Some say that these qualities do not disappear even if they are lost, and their tendency is not visible at that time. Others say that they will disappear at that time. One should consider both these opinions and decide according to one's own intelligence. In this way, the soul is becoming a womb. The soul is without beginnings. Knowing him, one should always act without anger, without pleasure, and without jealousy. In this way, having cut off the hard, impermanent heartstring of the mind, which is full of worries, one should be free from sorrow and doubt and be happy. Just as ignorant people who slip from the ground and drown in a full-flowing river suffer, so these ignorant people know that they are suffering, but just as a person walking on solid ground does not experience suffering because he has understood the nature of the ground on which he is walking, so too does a person who has attained the pure consciousness of the soul not experience the suffering of samsara. Thus, one who understands the coming and going of animals well and understands the distinction between their states, attains great peace. This alone is the merit of the birth of a human being, and even of a Brahmin, self-knowledge and the peace sufficient to attain it. What is the greatest cause of fear for the ignorant is not the greatest cause of fear for the wise. No one can attain a higher path than the eternal path of the wise. People see others suffering and are skeptical about it, they see it and grieve. But the wise, who know the results of what they have done and what they have not done, do not grieve. See. Whatever action one does without a connection to the result, it nullifies his previous actions. Similarly, the actions of a lustful person do not produce either like or dislike. The Supreme Dharma, liberation through knowledge. Shuka said, "Which Dharma is greater than which? Please tell me which Dharma is the greatest of all." To this Vyasa said, "I will tell you the Dharma that is the greatest of all that the ancient sages have shown. Listen attentively. Just as a father holds his children and keeps them under his control, the senses that are wandering everywhere and are destroying the mind should be restrained with intelligence. The greatest penance is to keep the mind and senses focused. That Dharma is greater than all other Dharmas, that is the Supreme Dharma. Having restrained the 6 senses that have captured the mind with wisdom, one should not be concerned about many things and should be content with oneself. When the senses withdraw from things and stand in their respective places, you will find the eternal Supreme Soul within your own soul. The wise and great Brahmins find that the Supreme Soul, who is the All-Soul, shines like smokeless fire. Just as a big tree with many branches covered with flowers and fruits does not know where its flowers are and where its fruits are, similarly the living soul does not know, where am I going? Where have I come from? There is an inner soul that is different from him. He knows everything. Man realizes the soul by the light of knowledge that shines within him. Similarly, you too, find that soul within yourself and become omniscient and mindless. This river of samsara is flowing everywhere in the world. In it are crocodiles called the 5 senses. The mind's intention is its shore, it is covered with the grass of greed and attachment. The serpents of lust and anger are slithering here. Truth is its threshold. It is troubled by the unwholesome, anger is the mud in it. Such is the great river. It is not known where it originated. It flows swiftly, the uncultured mind cannot cross it. Become one who crosses this river, full of crocodiles called lust, with the power of the intellect. It goes to the ocean called samsara. It is impassable because it has potholes called odors. It is born of their karma and is surrounded by eddies called jis, so it is difficult to go beyond. This river is crossed by the wise, who are knowledgeable in Sanskrit and have the courage to cross it. If they cross it, they will be free from all bonds, become a pure soul, and become pure. Taking refuge in the good intellect, they will attain the Brahman consciousness. You will transcend all existences and become a happy soul and become sinless. As a person on a mountaintop sees those on the ground below, look without anger or joy, without cruelty. Then you will see the births and deaths of all beings. Those who know that he is the best of all beings. The sages, the greatest of the righteous, the wise, the seers, call this the best religion. This is the knowledge of the all-pervading self. What I have told you, my son, should be told to a pure, wholesome devotee who follows it. This secret knowledge of the self is the greatest of secrets. This knowledge that I have told you is experienceable. Brahman is neither female nor male, nor eunuch, it has no sorrow or happiness, it is a form of past and future incarnations. Knowing this, neither a man nor a woman will be reborn. This religion is spoken for the sake of attaining rebirth. Son, I have told you the essence of all religions as they are. If a son, endowed with the virtue of love and compassion, asks, he should teach you this knowledge that I have told you. The mark of a Brahma wise man. Vyasa said, one should not seek after fragrant things and delicious foods. One should not go for pleasure or adorn oneself with ornaments. One should not strive to be respected by others, to be praised by others, or to become famous. This is the practice of a true Brahmin. Even if he is a devotee of the Guru, has studied all the Vedas through celibacy, and has adopted the Rig Veda, Yajurveda, and Sama, he cannot be considered a Dhyana because of that. He cannot be considered a Dhyana because of that, nor can he. When he is not afraid of anyone, when no one is afraid of him, when he is free from desire and hatred, then he joins Brahman. When he does not always have bad feelings towards any living being through his thoughts and words, then he joins Brahman. Lust alone is the fetter in the world, here nothing else is the fetter. Because he who is free from the fetter of lust becomes fit for Brahman consciousness. The wise man, free from lust, waits for time with courage, free from any taint. Like the moon freed from the clouds that are wrapped like smoke. Like the sea that is still and unshaken, even though rivers come and fill it with water from all sides, he is the one to whom all lustful objects come and join him. He is the one who attains peace, not the one who desires lustful pleasures, who is desired by lustful desires, but he does not desire lustful desires. That body, having abandoned lust, goes to heaven. The essence of the Vedas is truth, the essence of truth is virtue, the essence of virtue is charity, the essence of charity is penance, the essence of penance is renunciation. The essence of renunciation is happiness, the essence of happiness is heaven, the essence of heaven is peace. The sorrow in the mind should be burned with longing, and the quality of happiness should be desired, this is the best sign of peace. The absence of sorrow, the absence of attachment, the calmness, the contentment, the absence of envy, and the joy, he who has these 6 characteristics is endowed with all the means and is a man of effort. He who realizes by the 3 methods what he has realized with these 6 qualities of goodness, will realize the state of the soul even after its departure. That is called quality. He who has attained the unartificial, unadulterated, unconditioned, uncultured, and uncreated spiritual self, attains inexhaustible happiness. The satisfaction that one gets when one makes the mind free from all occupations and becomes established cannot be obtained from anything other than the self. He who is satisfied with food even when he has no money, with what he is satisfied with what he is satisfied with friends even when he has no friends, with what he is strengthened by, he who knows that supreme essence is a Veda. He who is absorbed in philosophical contemplation, having closed all the doors of his senses, is called Admarati. He who is concentrated on the supreme essence and has destroyed all desires, happiness comes to him from all sides, just as it comes to the body of the moon. The sorrow of the sage who has renounced all beings and material qualities is easily removed, just as darkness is removed from the sun. The Brahman, who is beyond actions and qualities, and is free from the stain of things, is not touched by birth and death. When he is free from all bonds and is equanimous, he transcends the senses and their meanings while still in the body. He who has transcended the cause and the cause has attained the supreme state, and therefore there is no recurrence. Mahabharata 14, continued.